A changing weather pattern really spearheaded by some rather crazy December severe weather the last week or so. Two big rounds, the one kind of internationally famous one that affected largely the state of Kentucky. That was last Friday night, and then a secondary line of severe storms that developed more recently on Wednesday, moving out of Nebraska across Iowa. Both of these producing a lot of high wind damage and a lot of tornadoes. Not impossible, not unprecedented, but definitely unusual or rare for the month of December. Well, now we've seen, at least into the northern plains, colder weather returning and that snow picture moving back in as things begin to look and feel a lot more December-y, at least in the northern part of the United States. The frigid weather, that's still mostly Canadian, although you'll notice this week we will have some days getting as far south into North Dakota where the high is only like zero-ish or so, or at least into the single digits. Most of the northern plains, upper Midwest, northern Rockies, Midwest will stay below freezing this week. This in the wake of this unusual lobe in the jet stream right here. That's that last storm system responsible for the two rounds of severe weather in the country. Warm weather will stick to the south. However, it's not going to be particularly hot in either Southern California or Florida. There will be a few days of fairly hot weather in the lower part of the Red River Valley in Texas along the Mexico border. And as we get to the end of the week, frigid weather continues to lurk in central Canada. By that I mean sub-zero highs. I don't see a lot of that dropping south. We'll get maybe a taste of it, but I don't think it will really move in to stay. Jet stream at first going a little more west to east, then getting a little more texture to it toward the end of this period being about the end of the calendar year. And notice we're going to keep things relatively cold in the north and sort of mild to warm in the south. Of either of these, neither are particularly unusual. Not unusually cold, not really unusually warm. As far as precipitation goes, the whole southeastern United States is looking primarily pretty dry as we approach the Christmas season. The wet weather will continue with several storms expected to hit the west coast. That'll bring snows into the Rockies, and at least pieces of those storms will move out across the northern plains. Looks like maybe sometime within a few days of Christmas, there will be at least a chance of a measurable snow event working across North Dakota, Minnesota. Obviously, details that are rather difficult at this point. And I'm going to show snow in this same area for the second week, not because I'm expecting a barrage of snows, but simply because I'm expecting there to be a system about that weekend that may bring some snow and maybe some light snows to follow. The southeast will remain dry. The real king of precipitation over the next 2 weeks looks like the west coast, and California needs the moisture.